night to get a really talented kid that I didn't watch him in the NBA, just highlights, but I saw him at Duke named Mark Williams. Big, athletic, shot blocker, more defense than offense, has a nice little soft touch around the rim. That's what the Lakers needed. That's what the Lakers acquired. 23 years old, great future. And the Warriors got Jimmy Butler. Get to that in a second. But I don't know if the Laker or Warrior moves make them championship teams. Feels more possible with the Lakers. But the new CBA in 2023 put up this wall of fear. And a lot of teams didn't want to make moves. But who did last year? The Celtics, Drew Holiday and Porzingis, and the Mavs with Gafford, and they went out and got P.J. Washington. And who ended up in the finals? The Mavs and the Celtics. So this year, trading deadline, if you're not making moves, you feel like you're not progressive. You're not competitive. You're asleep at the wheel. I mean, Rob Pelinka, let's be honest about this, got himself a 5-year new deal, getting Luka without giving up Austin Reeves or a second #1 pick, and getting Mark Williams, and again, not giving up Austin Reeves. And I don't know long-term what Austin Reeves is going to provide with Luka and LeBron James, but I know this. Dallas was 29-23 last year at the trading deadline, and then went 21-9 and ended up in the finals. So everybody was really with the new CBA, a little self-conscious, a little rigid, a little fearful on making big moves. Mavs, Celtics did and were rewarded, and I think the Lakers and the Warriors did and will be rewarded. I think between Luka, Austin Reeves, a rim protector, the Lakers and Luka, I think they went from old to young, athletic. They're still not great as a perimeter defensive team. They probably need another three-point shooter. But the Lakers have literally changed the feel and the reality of their roster.
Yeah. No, I wholeheartedly agree. I think anytime you make these types of moves, there's always a ton of optimism. And we've seen this now so much. I feel like the more modern era of basketball, we see so much more of these aggressive moves these days. KD to the Warriors, KD and Kyrie, and Harden to the Brooklyn Nets. Like we see a lot of these moves, and people are always so quick to say it's not going to work, it's not going to work, it's not going to work. And especially because in basketball, oftentimes when you put together these players, like it takes a second for them to kind of get some momentum going, some chemistry going, etc. And people are always like, this isn't working. That happened with Kyrie and Luka. It happened with KD and Kyrie. It even happened with LeBron, with Dwayne Wade and Bosh. And everyone's always so quick to tell you why it won't work. And yet these great players, these all-time great players, these special players, the best players, even if you just want to not even say all-time great, but just the best players, in the league currently, when they get together, they always find a way. They always find a way to be competitive, to be great, to be special. And again, it's not guaranteeing that you're going to win. It's not guaranteeing that you're now an automatic contender, but it is a real thing. It is a real thing. There's real moves. And I think if you were a Lakers fan before all of this, you were like, yeah, this kind of feels similar to what happened last year or the year before. Like, yeah, we're a pretty good team. We can win some games. We have some pretty exciting moments. I mean, we got Brown, we got AD, Austin Reeves, and now we kind of got this new rookie connect and all that type of stuff. Like, yeah, pretty cool. It's not awful. We're not the 76ers here, but it's pretty good, But you're not like, that's right. This is my team, baby. We got this. Now you have true reason to be not only excited for today, but then also excited for tomorrow, and the day after and the day after. I mean, the future feels incredibly bright. And now, even if LeBron, and I don't think he's going to do this, but let's say LeBron just says, I'm done, next year. He's like, this is my final year. I got to play with Bronny, etc. I'm done, guys. I'm hanging it up. You now have a mini core that with Luka and Williams, they're both young, 25 and 23. This is the future. This is the today and the future, and it's an awesome place to be in. I'm surprised by the trade. Giving up connect because they were so high on him and so excited about the future of him and what he can do, and JJ Redick was really high on him, and that was actually giving people a lot of optimism for the Lakers in the future, and to now move on from him, I think was interesting. I assume a lot of Lakers fans are okay with that. They see it as kind of like a necessary casualty, so to speak. I don't think Austin Reeves is this great special level player. I think he's a role player, I mean, like, people keep trying to make him something that I don't think he is. Does he have some great moments? Does he have, some big time shots here and there? Absolutely. But people keep trying to act like he's essentially like, a Klay Thompson running mate to Steph, and I don't see that. I think he's still a great person to have on the team, and he's a viable contributor to winning a championship, but I don't think he's like necessarily the third man in a big three, right? In the original big three, it was Steph, Draymond, and Klay, right? Like that was the core, and of course you had some Iguodala and you had other nice pieces, but again, I see AR more as like the 4, 5, 6 role rather than, and I don't mean like positions, but just in terms of rankings, rather than like a 3. And the Lakers needed that. That's why they were hoping to try to get like D'Angelo Russell. They were hoping, D'Angelo Russell could be the 3, sometimes 2, and in some nights be the 1. And that's what, Klay brings. Like, that's what a true number 3 brings, is that they kind of can go back and forth between being 2 and 3, 2 and 3, and many nights, 1 out of 6 games, 1 out of 5 games be the number 1. And that, again, that's what Klay did. That's who Klay was. And I do think that, that would significantly benefit the Lakers. But again, it's so hard to see what this team will look like in terms of how they actually play and what their approach is, because you're still trying to figure out, how does LeBron and Luka fit together? And again, I think they'll make it work, like, to be very clear, but it's just like, again, not to mention, like, LeBron is aging. So I'm caught in between two worlds between trying to figure out what does this look like today and what does this look like tomorrow? Because again, LeBron won't play forever. LeBron's game won't, the way how he's playing right now, won't be forever. Like, he is technically in decline. Like, it's just a reality of it. And so it's just like, how will that all mesh together? Luka, Williams, any other pieces that they're going to look to add in the future, to me is still a question mark, but an incredibly exciting question mark. Like, there should be a ton of energy behind this team, a ton of buzz, a ton of optimism, and a ton of excitement. And, these are the moves that the NBA needs to have happen, because that's what adds excitement. Like, the Lakers team now, this whole season was kind of skippable for me. Oh, the Lakers are playing the Warriors. Like, okay, well, I don't care. Like, who cares? Like, well, okay, yeah, Christmas, I guess so. But like, now I'm like, oh yeah, Luka, LeBron, Williams taking on Steph, Draymond, Butler. Like, that's exciting now. Now I'm kind of like, all right, I want to see this. Jimmy Butler jawing with Luka, LeBron and Steph. I don't know how much they jaw these days with each other. They're kind of buddies, but I don't know. It just brings more excitement. It's a more interesting matchup. Watching this Lakers team take on OKC, et cetera, just feels more powerful now, and more question marks around who's going to win these games, and I'm all for it. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Los Angeles Lakers making these big trades? Obviously Luka already, but Williams to the Lakers. Do you think that they're a contender today? Like, truly, in terms of like that they have a legitimate chance? I think it's fair to say that they got better, but do you think that they can like actually legitimately win a ring this year? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here, and I'd absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.